Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back on another video from 6. It's Naruto related, yay! And it's when Naruto broke Naruto. We're just gonna get into it.
Within the context of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, Naruto does things that should, by all accounts, be impossible.
Well, yeah. it's fantasy. There's ninjas flying around and summoning beasts and throwing projectiles and some fireballs out of them up. Anyway,
Changing the status quo or the existing state of affairs in a manga is one of the best ways to show the audience that this character is something special. Naruto has rules and laws just
Yeah.
like the real universe, and the main character of the manga, Naruto Uzumaki, breaks those rules every single chance he gets.
oh, okay, I see where this is going. Yep, you are right. You establish something, and then it's like, wait a minute, that shouldn't be possible. But then you've got to power creep everyone, and then he's got to be able to do something else again. Okay.
Naruto can ignore the rules of finesse and chakra control because he just has so much of it he can throw out jutsu left and right. Jiraiya could never master Sage mode, but Naruto did
Yeah.
it in maybe 2 or
Okay.
3 days. Minato and Kakashi both couldn't imbue their chakra nature into the Rasengan,
Yeah, but then Naruto just Rasen, Sharingan.
but Naruto, using a cheating training
yeah.
method that can only be used
By
because
him.
of another way he's already broken, which is that he has just so much chakra,
For the Shadow
can
Clones.
learn the Rasen Shuriken in a little less than a week.
Yeah.
But not only learn the Rasen Shuriken, Naruto learned what his chakra affinity was, learned how to raise his output, learned how to put the wind nature into the Rasengan.
Like, what was it? Probably hundreds of years of training that people have tried to perfect these, and then within the history of the world of Naruto, then he just speed runs everything.
And
Yeah.
created the Rasen Shuriken. Not to mention, it's not like the Rasen Shuriken is just like a powerful jutsu kinda. It uses cellular microneedles to
Yeah, it's so powerful. He gets told that he's not meant to use it again.
rip your chakra system apart. That's insane. It's almost like imagining Neji hit someone with an 8 trigram 32,768 palm. Today I'm going to be going over
Wow.
every time Naruto broke the Naruto verse and how he
Cool.
did it. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel,
Check
as
out
I
his
really
channel,
appreciate
man.
it. But let's get started.
Because it's just unfortunate I'm not into Jujutsu Kaisen with the manga and that, because it seems to be covering, doing similar videos it does to Naruto and Dragon Ball or Jujutsu Kaisen. So if you're into Jujutsu Kaisen as well, Six has got some decent videos on there by the looks of it.
This first point sort of ties into that Neji was right idea that a lot of people have, but Naruto broke the cycle of hatred. This might be me bringing up the craziest thing first, but it's something that not a lot of people draw attention to. By all means, going into Naruto vs Sasuke round 2, the stage was set for Naruto to get the dub on Sasuke and have to take him down permanently in order to get rid of him. A pretty big detail of the second fight is how the chapters are titled. They're all titled Naruto vs Sasuke Part 1 through 5. And then the chapter where they reconcile is called Unison Sign, meaning the fight is over. But Part 1 starts before Naruto or Sasuke throw a punch at each other. Part 1 is an ideological battle, where Sasuke explains in full his new revolutionary mindset that we only got glimpses of up until now.
And then Naruto tries to talk no jutsu and it doesn't work. Dun dun dun.
He got this mindset after talking to the Hokage, and the first glimpse of it comes when he's burning up the Ten Tails and says he wants all the Biju to burn up. He then says, I'm gonna put an end to this failing system currently in place, and then anew, he doesn't get to complete the thought, but that's fine. Like I said, this is only a glimpse of his new revolutionary mindset. I've said things along the lines of this before, but Sasuke thinking this in his head rather than actually saying it out loud makes it a very genuine piece of dialogue.
Yeah, it's always the way, isn't it? It's like anyone can just say anything, and that's what usually becomes a problem when people start analyzing stuff and that. But if it's an internal thought, not spoken out loud, that is a genuine thing to that person.
Because there's no reason to lie or
To yourself,
deceive
yeah.
anyone inside your head.
Yeah.
So this is what Sasuke is truly thinking. Then we get another glimpse of what Sasuke may be talking about following an interception of Obito's True Secret Orb, saying Obito isn't the one who's going to sever the past, he is. I also don't think it's a coincidence that Sasuke happens to say this after saving Naruto from an attack that would certainly end his life.
Oh yeah.
And thinking of Team 7, but not only thinking of Team 7, thinking of Naruto in the picture being sliced in half. Sasuke was always planning on doing this. That's just for the people who say Sasuke came out of nowhere with his revolutionary idea. It was there all along, just not in full. Madara and Hashirama, along with the reincarnation cycle of Indra and Ashura, only served to bolster the idea that Naruto is going to have to end Sasuke permanently, because that's what's happened for thousands of years before them.
Like that,
While I do think it's a bit naive to say that it seemed like Sasuke would have won the battle, I don't think any of us thought that, especially with the show being named Naruto and the fact that he won the last time they fought in part 1. I don't really think we all went into this second fight with
like,
Sasuke W in our heads. But I do think a good majority of us thought that this would end with Sasuke no longer breathing.
Yeah.
When
I kind of remember the first time reading this thinking, oh God, is he actually going to kill Sasuke? What's on? And then that moment where they're both meant, like, they should be holding hands, but then their arms are gone. It's like,
first watched Naruto, I'm not going to act like I understood the narrative as much as I do now, but I did fully believe Sasuke just wouldn't give up. Naruto certainly has a way with words, so much so in fact that the community named the entire jutsu out of it, talking no jutsu.
Yeah.
But I never expected Naruto to be able to reach Sasuke with his words alone. And that's not really what ended up happening. Naruto and Sasuke had 2 different word battles in this fight, and both times it seemed like they were both far too firm in their positions to convince one or the other that he was wrong. But high-level shinobi can tell what the other is thinking from just fighting each other. That's why, when the battle is over, Sasuke is asking Naruto questions that Naruto claims he already knows the answer to. He's already seen it, he just doesn't understand it. Speaking from a pure writing perspective, this is a pretty great reason to have people fight outside of proving who is stronger than the other, when the power system itself helps you get a better understanding of what your opponent is thinking. If Naruto literally going against destiny to break the cycle of hatred between Indra and Ashura doesn't prove Neji was wrong, then I don't know what will. So this is just one way that I think Naruto broke Naruto. Anyway, I'm gonna have to cut this section short because I think if I get too far into it, I'll be explaining this fight and why it's so great for like an hour.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears to something a little less narrative focused. Another way Naruto broke Naruto. Naruto beating Pain. This may not sound all that crazy, and I mean, especially now with all the super strong opponents we've been introduced to since Pain's demise, but Naruto beating Pain is really kind of insane.
It is. It really is. Like, it does come out of nowhere. The whole, like, breaking into the Eight Tails form, then Minato popping up to stop him. It was just...
Even when taking into account a lot of the context surrounding the fight, like Naruto having tons of help in the intel he gathered, I see this only as Naruto using things at his disposal in order to fight someone, but I know other people look at it differently. But let's just establish a few things about Pain. Pain took out the entire Leaf Village. He fought every Konoha shinobi, excluding Might Guy and a few others, and he won the fight. Kakashi, Tsunade, the Anbu...
Yeah, like Kakashi and Tsunade are like a big deal at this point, aren't they?
Everyone else got beat by Pain, and then he blew the village away. I've made this comparison before, but this is essentially the same thing as just defeating 1/5 of the Shinobi Alliance, which is a pretty crazy perspective shift that I don't think a lot of people consider. While I do think it's a lot more impressive, someone else also did this that people hold in a very high regard, that being Madara. Don't mistake my words here. I'm not saying that Pain is as strong as Madara or even approaching his power. I'm just saying, look at the type of people that can pull off a feat of this nature. Pain comes in, not only does he do that, he shows the ability to heal his unalived and broken bodies. He can spam summonings. He's got the strongest ocular powers. He's firing missiles. He's fighting Jiraiya one-on-one in Sage mode. Every sign of a legitimate, broken, strong fighter belongs to Pain. And Naruto still beat bro. Pain made a planetary devastation to capture a rampaging Naruto, and that still didn't work. Before you get on about how this is the Nine Tails, it doesn't matter. Naruto has the Nine Tails the entire series. What I'm trying to establish here is that the status quo changes drastically when Pain comes into the fold. Think of it as another wall being put up to a height that you didn't even think was reachable previously. And instead of climbing that wall, Naruto just breaks it down.
Yeah, just
Think of some of the things Naruto did to Pain. Pain launches an almighty push at him and he stops it and forces the recoil back onto him, sending Pain flying away.
Ridiculous.
I also want to point out something that no one ever really does, and it's the fact that when Pain actually beat Naruto and pinned him to the ground, Naruto wasn't in Sage Mode anymore, which is probably why Pain was able to pin him down in the first place, considering we just saw a chakra rod literally break on Naruto's skin while he was in Sage Mode. And we're told Sage Mode gives you an extreme amp to your durability when Naruto falls on this spike at Mount Miyaboku. No one ever really likes to give Naruto his props when it comes to that. I'm not saying that Sage Naruto would have just completely negated what Pain was about to do, but it would have been significantly harder for him to do so. Naruto even asked the Diva Path while he's being held by the Preta Path, "You think you can hurt me? I'm in Sage Mode, you idiot, now my turn." But then he starts getting the chakra drained from his body, and Pain does admit that his Senjutsu is a bother. I'll reiterate again, this doesn't explicitly mean Naruto is like pain proof or something, but it should put into perspective that when he's in Sage Mode, the difference in their powers isn't all that crazy. I'll also recognize here and now that, of course, when the Diva Path pinned Naruto down and Naruto was out of Sage Mode, that is Naruto's fault. You can't really blame Pain for capitalizing on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just mentioning,
you're gonna jump in on
if
the
he was
opportunity,
in Sage Mode, it would have gone down differently. Even after Planetary Devastation, Naruto engages with Pain again in Taijutsu while he's in Sage Mode, and he wins before it goes off and he stabs himself with the chakra rod and makes a Rasen Shuriken, both of which are things that either disturb your chakra or use a lot of it. Obviously though, Pain is fatigued here, he just used the Planetary Devastation, but I'm just saying. This is also on top of Naruto learning full Sage Mode in a total of like 2 or 3 days, so just keep that in mind. This is what breaking the verse is all about. Pain changes the status quo and Naruto shatters it further. I think it's worth noting that from this point forward, Naruto battles all contain the craziest things. I mean, right after this, we cut to Sasuke's POV and he's fighting the leaders from each village while evolving his new Susanoo further and further. And it gets to the point where bro straight up ends the future leader of the Leaf Village. Naruto's creation of the Rasen Shuriken is something that needs to be studied. Let's first talk about the base for this jutsu, the Rasengan. This is a giant ball of chakra that spins violently to increase its attack potency. But in Naruto's hands, someone with a crazy chakra supply, this jutsu becomes something like a human-tailed beast bomb. So much so, in fact, Naruto's Rasengan are stated to create impacts like small meteors. So that's already pretty crazy. Then add a chakra nature on top of that, and you get a wind style Rasengan, which a surprising amount of people didn't know. People think the Rasen Shuriken is the result of putting the wind nature in the Rasengan, but that isn't the case. As you can see here, Naruto can do a wind style Rasengan, which only boosts its power. When Naruto does this, his jutsu actually goes up to the level of Kakashi's Rasengan, or maybe even a little bit further considering it burned Kakashi's hand. Then you take this to the next step and you get the Rasen Shuriken. The Rasen Shuriken can completely sever someone's chakra network, and according to Tsunade, the effect is more like poison than physical trauma. It damages on a cellular level. As attacks go, it's incredibly minute. She says that she thinks it shapes the wind chakra into an armada of tiny swords and systematically attacks every cell in the body.
Damn.
I'll just show everyone what it did to Kakuzu real quick.
Yeah.
Now you see the result here is bad for sure, but at least this time the Rasen Shuriken had some drawback to it, where the same symptoms seen in Kakuzu's body were also seen within Naruto's hand.
So that was kind of
However, after getting Sage Mode, Naruto not only can throw the jutsu, so this weakness becomes null and void, he can now expand it after it's thrown to cover an even larger area. Then don't even get me started on what he can do with this jutsu now. He's
like, shadow clones all over the place, throwing them, just spam.
Put just about every chakra nature based Kekkei Genkai into one of these, and he can now spam it without the drawbacks. Obviously, a jutsu like this can't be allowed to run rapid, so naturally opponents had to either become durable enough or hacked out enough to not immediately get negated. So once again, Naruto broke Naruto.
Yeah, that's mad.
Naruto's use of Baryon mode
mate.
embodies
Barrier mode, here we go.
this concept completely.
Yeah.
It's complete and utter abuse of a power
Yeah,
system,
it's
even if
mental.
it does come with a massive drawback. Kurama combining his and Naruto's chakra in a way that's similar to nuclear fusion is absolutely insane, and it's a whole new type of power up. Kurama says the other modes like Six Path Sage mode and KCM are modes that involve taking chakra that you acquire from elsewhere and just using it. But Baryon mode is a completely different beast. The raw materials to create this energy, Kurama's and Naruto's chakra, both get consumed until they completely run out. The very existence of this form had people wondering if it was a Kurama exclusive or if other tailed beasts could do it with their host as well. Not to mention, Naruto used this form to absolutely decimate what was the top of the verse at this point in time.
Yeah.
And although he
No one could come close, and Naruto just starts pummeling.
didn't win the fight in the end due to stamina loss, he still got to embarrass Ishiki and prove that he was stronger outside of that. Until the introduction of, and I kid you not, an actual god in the verse, Naruto was the strongest in this form. It's up for debate whether or not he's stronger than current Boruto or Damon, but the point still stands. Even though it's not Naruto, the series is called Naruto Next Generation, so I'm counting it as breaking Naruto.
Yeah, it's fair.
I've already made a video about how ungodly large the amount of chakra Naruto has is, but one thing I didn't touch on in that video is applications of that absurd chakra supply. One of the things you hear the least in all of Naruto, manga or anime, is that Naruto himself is out of chakra. And that's just because it rarely happens. Even if Naruto is to share his chakra with over 10,000 people, he's not going to be running low. And in fact, he's still got more than enough to still be stronger than all of those 10,000 people combined. Even if Naruto does start to run low on chakra, he literally has a chakra battery pack in his back pocket at all times with Kurama. This is something I mentioned in the intro, but Jiraiya literally says to Naruto, almost word for word, that he just has so much chakra there's no need to focus on learning precise control, since he can just learn jutsu that only require large chakra amounts like the summoning jutsu. Let's also talk about how for most of the time people thought when Naruto kicked Madara's Truth Seeker orb away, it was due to a new immunity thanks to Six Path Sage mode. But it's actually just because of the massive amount of chakra he has, as stated in the data book. Naruto's giant chakra supply also might be why he was able to learn Sage mode as quickly as he did. Paw states that you need a fairly massive chakra supply in order to learn it, and we know Naruto didn't use any of the Nine Tails chakra whenever he learned Sage mode, as he didn't even try that until later on into the war arc. Now at this point you might be thinking, did Six make this video just to glaze Naruto? The answer is yes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a decent little look into, all the times Naruto broke Naruto, I guess. He did, though. But it's the same with all shonen, though, isn't it? You got that power creep. You gotta keep doing stupid stuff, and then you gotta bring in more stronger people, and then you gotta do more stupid, powerful stuff. But yeah. Anyway, thanks you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video I upload, link is in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all our support channels. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for that. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch, discuss in future videos. I'll see you guys next now.